Adam and Eve were in the state of holiness. They were destined to be divinized by God in glory. But seduced by the devil, they wanted to be like God, but without God. To be before God, as the Catechism says, but not in accordance with God. So the loss of that original holiness, death enters the world. And in today's reading, Jesus is asked the question, who can be saved? God is good, all good, and only good. Like the sun that's shining on me, His warmth, His love shines on bad and good alike. But with sin, we have been wounded. And God's love coincides with our free will. So we can choose for the good, or we can choose for the ill. And unfortunately, since Adam's sin, death entered the world. From Cain's murder of his brother Abel to the breaking of the covenant, God's covenant with Abraham, to the breaking of the law of Moses. And even after Christ's life, death and resurrection, we still have the tendency towards sin today. So what is the answer? St. Paul states in Romans 5, by one man's disobedience, many were made sinners. Sin came into the world through one man, and death through sin. And so death spread to all men, because all men sinned. But the Apostle Paul contrasts the universality of sin and death with the universality of salvation through Jesus Christ, when he says, then as one man's trespass led to condemnation for all men, so one man's act of righteousness leads to acquittal and life for all men. So the last Adam, Jesus Christ, is the answer. It's the antidote to the sin that is in the world today. If we keep our eyes on Christ, if we cultivate the virtues, root out the vices, recognize we are wounded and prone to error, but if we engage in the sacrament of reconciliation, the Eucharist, and we remain in the bark of the Church, we can return to that original state of holiness, and we can also be divinized